over the highlights. I know it. If you want.
I don't mind just saying, guys, here are
Okay.
some great events.
Jennifer Rose put the events up. Okay, thank you, John.
Yeah,
All right, we are live on Facebook, folks. We are live on Facebook. So anything that you don't want everyone to hear about, you probably don't want to say. But I'm going to turn this over to John Rutenberg.
thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to 1 million. Boy, I hate when a computer interrupts what I'm saying. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to 1 Million Cups. I'm John Rutenberg. We're very lucky to have Monifa Caines with us today, who will present a little bit later. But as many of you know the procedure, if you would be so kind to register at 1 Million Cups using your mobile app. And if you don't have it, please download it. If it doesn't work, please delete it and re-up it. I promise you by the year 2050, 1 Million Cups will fix their mobile app. I'm pretty sure of that by the year 2050. With that, please turn to the next slide. We have three legs on which we stand: entrepreneurship, community, and education. Those three legs support our mission to lower the barrier of access for entrepreneurs to find educational opportunities, resources, and connections to help us grow our businesses. Next slide, please. We make presentations, not pitches. Every once in a while, as a group of organizers, we receive a proposal from someone who wants to pitch us for money. That's not us. We're really about hearing presentations, suggesting great ideas, or asking important questions to help that entrepreneur grow its business. We are run for the community and by the community. Next slide, please. So in order to be successful, we actually wrote these words, because when we ask a presenter to stand up in front of us and bare her or his soul about its business, we have to be safe and supportive. You guys own 1 Million Cups. I'm not sure what radical and intentional inclusivity means. Those are big words. But I will tell you, the one or two times someone was obnoxious, someone else took care of that problem. We don't allow it. We are fully into the community that is sitting in front of us today. And when we as a group of organizers meet on Monday, our focus is you. And so we invite you to invite others to make our group better. Next slide, please. There are many ways to help us and many ways to be involved in our community. Certainly, attendance each week is critical. Inviting folks is critical. Providing feedback for us to make us better is critical. And sharing our content is helpful to us. So please spread the word about this very unique group. Next slide, please. Share, tweet, chat. These are so many ways where you can be involved. Join our LinkedIn page. Join our LinkedIn page. Put it on your LinkedIn profile that you're a proud member of 1 Million Cups. Next slide, please. We have an amazing group of organizers. We meet every Monday morning. We need more organizers. If someone in our community would like to be an organizer, please reach out to any of the organizers. And with that, those who are here, I'd like them to introduce themselves. We'll go in the order of the pictures. And so Donnell, you're up first, sir.
Good morning, everyone. I am Donnell Johns, founder of Veterans Growing America. I'm also happy to be here today because we have Monifa, one of the VGA members, presenting today. Her her gear. And so I'm definitely happy to support.
Fantastic. I know that Jen and Tony are, I don't believe is Mayosha in the room?
Yes.
Okay, Mayosha?
Hi, sorry, I'm Maya Shemendis. I'm the founder of the Tea Center here in McLean, and I'm very excited to be here to support all the entrepreneurs.
John Yu.
Hey, good morning. I'm John Yu. I really enjoy being part of this fantastic group of smart and very supportive organizers that are helping the local business community and look forward to the meeting today.
Melinda.
Good morning, everyone. Melinda Sigel here. I own a business called the Sales and Marketing Connection, and I'm a marketing consultant. I help people with their marketing, and I'm behind the slides today as usual, making sure that you guys have the slides when we need the slides. Welcome.
John Rutenberg, CCC Solutions. Our company supplies contact management strategies and software to help you close more sales. I think Rosemarie, I don't think Ronette is here.
Yeah, I think this is me. So hi, I'm Rosemarie Savino. I am both the COO of Gravitate and also a fractional COO through my consultancy, Exec Solutions. It is planning season for 2022, and I am available to help anybody set up their strategic plans or their tactical plans to help them have a very successful 2022. So reach out and enjoy today.
Fantastic. Next slide, please. So we also created a group of ambassadors that meets once a month with the sole purpose of recruiting new presenters. We're excited to have presenters, and we've had a great run actually that extends through January 26th, and you'll see later that we have a great schedule of upcoming presenters. That's the good news. The bad news is we have no presenters after January 26th. So if you'd like to present, please speak with any of our ambassadors or organizers, or just apply on 1millioncups.com/Fairfax. You'll see right on the homepage a place to apply to present. Presenters who are in the room today.
John Foster.
Okay, and I saw Reggie as well.
Cool.
Good morning,
John?
everybody. This is John Foster. I am an ambassador for Green Fair Health and Wellness, and this is the highlight of my middle of the week. It's a great way to start, a great way to get over the hump of the week. So appreciate being here, and always look forward to the meetings.
Fantastic. Thank you, Big John. Reggie.
Good morning, everyone. Reggie Holmes with Enthuse Creative. Happy to be back for the first time in 2022. Looking forward to a great year of lots of awesome presenters and just learning a lot from the business community. So thank you.
Thank you. We have two sponsors, Office Evolution, John Yu, and CCC Solutions, which is me. John?
Thanks, John. Hi, I'm John Yu with Office Evolution. We provide co-working and share space for small business in Tyson's Corner, not San Francisco, that picture behind me. So we provide fully furnished private office, as well as a number of virtual and flexible office space for small business owners. We love partnering with organizations like 1MillionCups and small business in the local community. We look forward to meeting in person. I should mention that when we do meet in person, we are looking for space. So if you know a great space for us to meet, please let us know. Thank you.
And so I am the coffee sponsor this month, actually. And we need coffee sponsors. What a great opportunity. There is no cost to be a coffee sponsor, other than your time of coming and giving a quick introduction about your company. Think about that. Where can you get a free opportunity to talk about what you do in front of a great group of people who probably see you most Wednesdays. So I'm not going to hawk CCC solutions. We provide customer relationship management software. What I'm really focused on is, do you want to be a coffee sponsor? If you do, just speak to John Yu or any of the organizers, but John has taken on the role of making sure we always have sponsors. So John Rittenberg, CCC Solutions. Next slide, please. So I think you can read this slide. I think everyone knows to keep your phone or your microphone on mute. And when we get to the moderator section of Q&A, please use the icon for raising your hand. If you can, that will help the moderator of the Q&A. And next slide, please. So I'm going to introduce Monifa Caines in a minute, and Monifa is coming back to present for the second time. It's probably over a year ago. I don't remember the exact date, but just to show you how great Monifa is and how special our group is. So many of you were probably in the audience the way the important Donnell Johns in early December presented. And young Donnell Johns did an amazing job. It was really exciting to see, and we were all so proud. So when we were talking one day with Donnell Sr. and Donnell Jr., I said, well, gee, the next available session was sometime, it was today, whatever today's date is, January 12th, I think, right? And so Donnell Jr. said, well, you know, one of my mentors, a woman by the name of Monifa Caines, said she would switch positions with me, switch dates with me. And so, Monifa, we love you. It's so great to have you with us. You know, January 12th is here. It's all yours. A round of applause for Monifa in advance, because we know she'll be great. Thank you.
Well, thank you, John, for that great introduction. Hello and welcome, everyone. My name is Monifa Caines, and I'm the founder and CEO of Queen of Spades Style, where we are changing the narrative of what's beautiful. Next slide, please. How can I partner with large cancer survivor organizations to help give survivors more of a choice to represent who they are? Next slide, please. Now, Queen of Spades Style was founded December 19th, 2019. Yes, right before COVID, but I learned a lot. I started my company because I stopped putting chemicals in my hair, and I wanted to represent who I am, my authentic self. But I would go to department stores and big box retailers and couldn't find anything for me. So I started to make my own accessories to accentuate who I am today. I also noticed that a lot of women, especially women of color, had the same issue. So I turned my necessity and passion into a business. So I help women and girls accentuate their beautiful hair, their personal style, and who they are. And as I continued on the road to making more items and being versatile in my inventory, I also poured back money into my business to create more inventory for every single hair texture. Next slide, please. In 2021, I went around to so many pop-ups. I was out there growing my brand and expanding my inventory line. I have hats. I have different kind of headbands, head ties. Also started with leather bags and all types of head wraps. But one day I was at my computer and I was designing the new line, and an email popped up from my website, and it was from a woman in another state that said, hey, I love your head wraps, but I don't know if one will look good on me, which one should I choose? I'm very foreign to them and I'm looking for something different. I said, okay, can you Zoom? And she said, yes. So I sent her my Zoom link and we got online. Now, as I'm looking at the screen, her side of the screen was just dark. but I thought maybe I caught her off guard and she just didn't want to show herself at the time because it was early in the morning. We spoke for about half an hour and I answered all her questions. And at the end, she said, "Thank you so much, Monifa. And the reason I won't let you see me right now," next slide, please, "is because I'm a cancer survivor and I lost lumps and clumps of hair. And I came on your site because I see you have a lot of different things that can make me feel like who I am and make me smile so I could walk outside." And that really hit home with me because I didn't realize there was another community that is looking for options. I didn't even think about that. And so I talked to her about what she's going through, some of her medications. And I told her not only was I a registered nurse in the Air Force, but I am a daughter of a cancer survivor. So I sent her a beautiful head wrap. She wanted tie-dye and it's satin lined, protected her scalp. And when she received it, she FaceTimed me. This was the first time I seen her. And she was crying and laughing and telling me that she was going outside today, which was a beautiful thing. So I am now venturing off into helping cancer survivors, burn survivors, women and girls with alopecia, celiac disease, lupus, anybody that's going through medications that is looking for other options in which they can show who they are today, they can show their personality, they can show their style and accentuate themselves. Next slide, please. So unfortunately, I will tell you that 1.9 million people were diagnosed with cancer, just cancer alone last year in 2021. 52% of that was breast cancer, diagnosis of breast cancer. Of course, the other cancers, bladder, kidney, colon, leukemia, other cancers made up the other percentage. But I just wanted to show you the major competitors that are on the scene right now: TLC Direct, Head Covers Unlimited, and headcovers.com. So when someone is looking for something to wrap their head, it is called a head cover. And as you can see, here are some variations of what's out there. And I don't want to take away from anything. I want to add to it. I want to add options for people that are looking for something different. And as the woman that first contacted me said, I want to feel like who I am and show who I am today. And so I think I have a great product to add to the head covers that are out there today. Next slide, please. Okay, so Queen of Spades style. I have a head covering. It's a head wrap, but it's satin lined. It comes with satin and without, depending on the medications, hot flashes, other things people are going through, different fabrics, silk, satin, cotton, mud cloth. It just depends on the person, and everything could be personalized, of course. And it comes with two ties that are attached to a bonnet. And I'm actually wearing one today, but this one head wrap could be styled 4 different ways. So depending on the person's style or what they feel like today or how they want to style it, it could be styled 4 different ways. So we have bold prints, designs of artwork, polka dots, skulls. I had a request for skulls because I am working with a few cancer survivors now. Camouflage, celestial scenes, anything that they feel that they just want to wear. They're easy to tie. It's a 1, 2, 3 process. And again, they come satin lined or not satin lined, just depending on the comfort of the person. Next slide, please. Here is my contact information. I am at hello@queenofspadesstyle.com. You can reach out to me and ask me some questions. I am on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. You can see my website, queenofspadesstyle.com, which I am revamping to show my cancer survivor line and other things that go along with people that are receiving treatment right now. And next slide, please. So how can I partner with large cancer survivor organizations such as the American Cancer Society, Susan G. Komen, large medical centers, to help give survivors more of a choice to represent who they are? Because a lot of times they will show the head coverings, but I want to just do more than that. I want to have videos. I want to have classes. A lot of times survivors will order something and just put it on their head and not really, there's not more to it. But let's help them make themselves feel better about what they can do and put on their head. So I would like your feedback about anything I said, but in particular, how can I partner with large cancer survivor organizations to help give survivors more of a choice to represent who they are? I thank you, and I'm looking forward to hearing all of your wisdom and your feedback. Thank you.
Thank you, Monifa. Your message is awesome and your presentation is beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Let me introduce John Yu, our moderator for today's Q&A.
Actually, Mayosha is our moderator, John Rutenberg.
Thank you. My apologies, Mayosha. You know, I can't always tell the difference between Mayosha and John Yu. I apologize,
Yeah,
everyone.
that's okay.
Mayosha is the one with the mask on at the moment.
Yes, I'm
Thank
with kids. Yes, that was a great presentation. Thank you very much. If you want to ask questions, that would be great if you can raise your hand or put it on the chat. So welcome back, Monifa. So we have Rosemary has our first question. Rosemary.
I'm actually gonna ask Reggie to go first because I saw his hand up first before mine. Sorry, I'll swap with you, Reggie.
Okay.
Reggie, I apologize. Reggie.
Oh, no worries.
Good morning, Reggie. Hi.
Hi, Monifa. Good to see you again. Congratulations on the evolution of your business and your brand. A couple of things that I thought about. One idea is to create a limited edition piece that is geared toward this audience, and so it's something where there's not, eventually it runs out, right? There's a limited supply, but it's created expressly to create awareness about this market that you're trying to serve, and so as people, the idea is that people see it and they want to get it, but they're also going to talk about it, talk about the design, talk about the purpose behind it. But it's something that they got to move on relatively quickly. And then when it's gone, but the awareness is there, so it's not really about selling the item as much as it is to get people talking about some of the things that you brought out in your presentation. I thought that would be a good way to just sort of kick off the awareness piece. And then I also thought about maybe partnering with other companies that provide things that people who are going through cancer treatment need, and making like a kit, basically. So it's your product along with a couple of other things that would support them in that journey. And then, it's together, you're sort of shining a light on, what people in that situation are going through. And, you're seen as an option in that process, as something that will help bring people comfort, because even people want to express themselves, right? They want to show who they are, like they're not completely defined by that diagnosis or by how their appearance might change. Yes. And so your product is more than just, an accessory. Like it's a way to sort of showcase that you're still who you are. You're still a vibrant person, despite what may be going on physically. There's this whole person there, and it gives them an opportunity to be seen and appreciated. So love what you're doing, in addition to what you've always done, and best of luck with that.
Thank you, Reggie.
so much, Reggie. I really appreciate that feedback. If you can put in the chat a little bit so that I could gather everything, because I love your suggestions. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Rosemary, and then we have Melinda.
Monifa, as usual, you gave us a great story. It's wonderful to see you again. I love your story. I love the way your story has evolved. So thank you for coming back to share it with us again. I'm gonna make a couple, 3 suggestions, and I will put them in the chat so you have them later. The first one is there's a lot of nationwide and local organizations that help, again, mostly women going through breast cancer, but I'm sure that there are other cancer survivor organizations. So I would start, you said you're already working with some cancer survivors, so you might want to ask them what organizations they are aware of, and then reach out to those organizations directly. You know, there are big names that come to mind, like Susan B. Komen, like American Cancer Society. Those are kind of your moonshot for the moment.
Yes.
But I think there's a lot of local organizations that will give you the capability of learning how to work with them, and also how to progress. I would also recommend that you think about reaching out to the Women's Foundation of Greater Washington area. They are focused on grassroots organizations that support women and girls in the DMV. I'll just say the DMV, but it's mostly DC. They may have a specific group of people you can talk to about cancer, but as a sideline, also women who are working on, you know, just hair, looking good, all that kind of good stuff. The other thing that I wanted to bring to your attention was, if you aren't doing like Google ads or online ads, you might want to set aside a very small budget to just test and, you know, run ads on words like head covers for cancer survivors, geofence it. You can run a $50 test and see what kind of feedback you get. You know, Reggie is somebody that can probably help you great with that. I know a little bit about it. There's plenty of folks that can help you with that. But understanding what people are searching for can also help you kind of feed the top of your funnel that way. So good luck, Monifa. Oh, one last thing, put it in the chat. Tell your story. Tell it in your blog, tell it to entrepreneurial organizations that will publish it, see who will run media stories on it. Make sure Donnell keeps talking about you everywhere.
Thank you so much. Those are great. Yes, I will do that, especially the Google ads. Thank you.
Thank you. Rosemary, next. We have Melinda. After Melinda, we have John Rutenberg.
Monifa, that was a fantastic presentation. I really like your niche. I jotted down a couple of things. First thing that came to mind while I was putting the presentation together for you last night were wig shops. Everybody who starts radiation, who has gone through any kind of cancer treatment, visits a wig shop. And there may be a way to get a list of wig shops around the country. Googling, I can probably help you track that down, but I think that's an alternative, because you don't always want to wear your good wig if you're just hanging out at home. And that could be a really good market to go after. I also wrote down all the cancer societies have a day that they do something. There may be a way that you can get some PSAs and their public service announcements. You probably remember them more from the past when people used to listen to more radio and television, but I would assume if you approach some of the groups and if you put a PSA together, and maybe it's a testimonial with some of your customers, some of your clients, because it makes it personal and it's a way to gain trust. Visual and video is probably the best way to go. You may want to do something. So I think the idea of maybe creating a couple ads, but they're not ads, they're public service announcements that you can have used at places, and also the audio part of it. I also
Mhm.
wrote down hospitals, doctors, radiation specialists. When somebody is starting treatment for cancer, that's when everything happens. So there may be a way to, and I put hospitals down because I remember when I had my surgery on my shoulder and I got a free sling. I mean, wouldn't it be nice if somebody is starting radiation or somebody is in the hospital having surgery and the doctor gives them something that that they would like, or they get a I don't want to call it a coupon, but a certificate so that they can go online and order, and maybe if you want to not give it away for free, where you give them a specific discount or whatever to get them in for their first one, or maybe it's buy one get one free, or where you're bringing in revenue and covering revenue. But going after the different doctors, the radiation specialists, the all the folks that they may touch as they're starting to go through treatment.
Yes, thank you. Great ideas. You
I'll get
always
them
have
that.
great ideas.
Thank you so much, Melinda. Please put them down so we can keep track of that awesome ideas. Next, we have John Rudenberg, and after John, we have Natasha Haynes.
Thank
And
you,
then Ken.
Mayosha. Thank you. And Monifa, again, thank you. It's really wonderful having you in our community, and you come when you can to just the regular weekly sessions, and here you are presenting again. I wanted to echo some of what Rosemarie spoke about. I think going narrow and smaller. So if you could get a local chapter of the American Cancer Society, and maybe 2 or 3, and start from the ground up, if you will, bottom to the top. And all of a sudden, people at National are hearing about this head cover that's available, where a couple of chapters are already using it, I think is an easier hill to climb than going for the big cheese on day one. Second, one of my clients, and I'll make the introduction in a separate email, sends, I'm going to call them get well cards to cancer patients. So you can actually go on this person's website, order 12 cards to be sent over the next 12 months to a loved one who's suffering from cancer. And she fulfills that order. And so she's in the same field as you, and perhaps there's a way that you can promote through her and she through you.
Yes.
So separately, I'll send that email to both of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, thank you very much. Next, we have Natasha.
Hello, hi, everyone.
Hi.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, I can hear you well. Hello, good morning, Natasha.
Hi, good morning. That was an excellent brief, Monifa. I'm so proud of you you were just like pivoting, and, I see it. I see your vision for sure. So my suggestion, or what I have to add is, there is a gift shop that's part of the University of Maryland. Actually, no, it's more than the University of Maryland, but there's a gift shop, like the biggest gift shop for all of the hospitals. And so I'm going to send that contact information to you. What they do is once a month, they review all of the proposals for products once a month, but you do have to send the product, but they will not return it to you.
Yes.
But I would definitely send them, one of your beautiful head wraps with a lookbook, let them know like your mission. And I assure you that if you go into any gift shop, they will not have anything as beautiful as your product. So that's my suggestion for you.
Thank
Awesome.
you. That's a great suggestion.
Thank you very much, Natasha. Next, we have Ken.
Good morning, Monifa.
Morning.
I am just blown away. It's I'm struggling to smile because the reality that underlines your business is just so tragic. 52% of new cancer diagnoses, as you mentioned, are women with breast cancer. That's like, it brings tears to my eyes. And so I think that what you're doing for those patients is marvelous. I've had close association with some folks in those straits. In any event, John Rutenberg will claim that he's not real smart, but I'm going to sort of build on what John was saying because he really is. It's just a facade. How many more units this is a rhetorical question, do you wish to move over the next period of time? And I think that that's a critical question for your development of a marketing plan and program. John was talking about, well, maybe you ought to move to smaller organizations. Well, the American Cancer Society, they're an easy target. You can see them far away very easily, but they're gigantic. And you may not want to eat that elephant. You may not be able to eat that elephant right now. And so that your marketing should be tied to your business plan's growth curve. I don't know if you're going to start bringing these in by container load from China or whether you've got 3 or 4 friends making these up in the basement. But the target for your marketing needs to be tied to what your aspirations and capacity are.
That's right.
So that's my comment. Sorry, I don't have a question.
No,
the question is rhetorical. Take it with you.
No,
Thank
that's great advice. No, seriously, thank you so much.
Easy.
And next, and thank you very much. Next we have Reggie again. And after Reggie, I did see some great comments by Kat, Carrie, John, and Alicia. So I'll be calling you out after Reggie. Thanks.
Yes, I wanted to just mention, I think, we obviously think about like adults going through this, but there are a lot of children that have to deal with different childhood cancers. So I feel like that's an opportunity, because for them, having something to kind of take their mind off of it, even just a little bit, is really important. So maybe there can be, again, along the lines of like a special product that, something that's kid oriented, that's, specifically for children that are going through that, that would appeal to the parents and obviously have a design that, would appeal to the kids. And I believe I can connect you with someone at the Children's Hospital, for the purpose of a product that would appeal to kids. So I just want to make sure that, I mentioned that audience because I feel like it's easy to kind of overlook them, but it's affecting a lot of children also.
And you're right, Reggie. A lot of children do have cancer, and I do focus on women and girls, but I did, and thank you so much for raising that. I shouldn't just say just women anymore. I should say women and girls. So I appreciate you. But I did do a mommy and me one, so that when the child is going through it, the mother has the same one, and they both can tie it the same or different, however they like. But I really understand that we cannot leave the younger people out of this. And thank you for bringing that up. Yes.
Thank you very much, Reggie. Kat, did you want to add something? Kat Darlin?
Sorry, I was muted there. I can't remember what I put up here as a question. Let me go back in.
Well, hi, Kat. I love your name.
Hello. Oh, thank you. Thank you. A great presentation. I love the product. Oh, one of the things I mentioned was when these organizations, so the ones that you feel like you want to partner with, whether it's a local organization or a larger organization, when they have fundraising events, are you able to possibly sell or donate products during those events to help spread the word of what you're offering? So that might be one way to get that out there. And sometimes it's maybe put together a gift package of like the various products that you offer, with the headpiece, the head wrap being the main one. And then another thing was, since they are scarves, I know I have friends that do bike rides, and by bike, I mean like bike or like motorcycle rides, and they'll wear scarves underneath their helmets, but then obviously they take off their helmets and the scarves are, able to be seen. And so wonder if maybe partnering with a local bike group would be an option, creating something that draws attention. Maybe it's specific for them, but can help spread the awareness of your brand. And they could, help promote your brand.
I love that idea. Yes,
Yeah.
I love it.
And then I put something else in the chat, but I don't remember what it was. So, but yeah, so just some ideas of things that you could possibly do to help spread the awareness of your brand.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. If I think of others, I'll put them in the chat.
Please do.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Kat. And then we also have Carrie, who added some great comments. Did you want to add something in person, virtually, Carrie? Do you need more time? I can come back to you. And then we also have John.
Oh,
John.
thank you. Oh,
Go
that's
ahead.
this
Go ahead.
John?
Yep, John Rutenberg. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
John.
John Rutenberg. John Forrester. Yep.
Okay, great. Thank you. Hey, Monifa, how are you? Great to see you.
Thank you.
Hey, I was intrigued by one of the things you said, and just want to understand as far as the different fabrics and the fabric based on, I guess, the individual or the type of cancer that they're dealing with.
Yes. It's also about the therapies when they're receiving medication, whether it's chemo, radiation, whether it's IV form or pill form. Sometimes there are side effects.
Okay.
Some people, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Some people get hot flashes, some people feel warm, some people are always cold. So depending on their comfort, there could be fabrics that are a little bit more warmer or more breathable for them.
So to me,
sorry.
from a marketing standpoint, that would be something that I would highlight, because they're not the, the big companies aren't doing that. And so maybe it even comes to a point where, if somebody's interested in your product, they do a little questionnaire, and maybe you already do that. But I think highlighting that aspect of what you're doing because of the care and concern you have. And I love what you're doing. I remember when you started way back in the beginning, and how you've, as somebody mentioned, pivoted.
Yes, yes.
And so love what you're doing. So just congratulations, Monifa.
And I love the idea of helping people find out what they need so they can see what options are better for them. So thank you. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you, John. Next we have Melinda.
Got a bunch of ideas that I put into the chat, but a couple of them, one was hospital gift shops, which then got me thinking retail again, which I'd like to do. And there probably is a place in the drugstore and or maybe a program that you might do with pharmacists, because they are prescribing a lot of drugs for folks that are on cancer treatments of different types. And there's an association for pharmacists, as well as there's a national drugstore puts out a magazine directed just at pharmacists. There may be a way that retailers may want to tie in, that if somebody is filling their prescription for cancer treatment and they bring it to their pharmacy, maybe they get a gift with purchase. There may be things like that may be available. I also thought about sororities and fraternities and the interfraternal fraternity organization for the Black sororities and fraternities, because a lot of these groups have like the cancer, one of the cancer groups as their philanthropic partner. And maybe what they can do is raise money so that these head wraps are purchased for them or for people with cancer, and they donate things so that people maybe even in their own sororities can get these head wraps. And maybe you do come out with some of the colors or some of the Greek letters or whatever it might be. As people get older or younger, whatever age, there may be some other tie-ins and things you can do.
Yes, yes.
And a lot
Thank-
more of the stuff's in the chat. I don't want to take all the time.
thank you.
Melinda. Thank you, Melinda. That's awesome. We have time for about 2 more questions, and then we will go for the final question with Donnell Johns. So I know that John knows, am I saying that right? Norce, John. I put some awesome comments. Did you want to add something, John?
No, I just was commenting in the chat that if you could tie in the charity or organization to the sale, like a lot of people do, it just, it's obviously good for business.
Yeah. Thank
I
you.
think that's just obvious.
Yeah.
And Alicia Yan also put some awesome comments. Did you want to add something, Alicia?
Hi, Monifa. Great
Hello.
presentation as always.
Thank you. Yeah.
The organization that I thought about was through Inova Fairfax, Living Life with Cancer. And it's not just for breast cancer, but for different types of cancer, because of course, chemo, radiation, it doesn't discriminate.
No.
So that's just one avenue. And I know that they have a great website that you can definitely reach out to them. So whether it's, as you said, whether it's pill form of chemo or IV forms and just different medications, period, because, once you reach out to one group and they see the different head wraps, different head things, it can easily spill over to other organizations as well. Because even folks who are taking like certain blood pressure medications, different things like that, it can affect, their hair, and they can have some hair loss. So that was just me thinking off the top of my head when we were thinking about organizations for cancer.
Yes, thank you. And thank you, Alicia. And I want everybody to know she is one of the best registered nurses out there. So she is speaking from a lot of experience and knowledge. So thank you so much. I'll get with you later. Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Thank you. And Carrie Smith also added some awesome comments. Did you want to add something, Carrie?
I think she had to leave early.
Okay. I guess, am I saying this name? Murat? Did you have anything to add, Murat? Okay. Thank you. And then a final and one of the most important questions, Donnell, if you want to wrap it up.
Excuse me, I was able to unmute myself. This is Murat.
Oh,
Hello.
okay. Hi, Murat.
Sorry, yeah, it took me a second. Well, I was saying, like, I don't know if you ever tried the Nextdoor application or the website, because there is a lot of local groups talking about recommendations about what to do in certain cases. Like also the same thing is in Facebook. A lot of people are talking about it. Just you can get a lot of ideas from those groups. You don't have to market it yourself, but just searching for stuff like that gives results that leads you to many good avenues. That's how I do some of my research.
Okay, well, thank you so much for that. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Good luck.
Thank you very much. Donnell Johns.
Monifa,
Hello.
phenomenal presentation.
Thank you.
This presentation was the first time that I've ever cried during a presentation. And the reason being, as you know, my mom passed away from cancer. And I want to share something with the group real quick. This is a little unorthodox, but I get to do this because I founded this group. So this is my mom. And this is the day that she shaved her head. And as you can see the smile on her face, it's because she still looks beautiful.
Yes.
And so she sent me this to make me feel comfortable, but she also felt comfortable with the head wrap on her head. And so with this being said, I want to donate $500 to help you with this line, to help out people smile like that. So I usually ask the question, what can 1 Million Cups do for you? But I want to do this for you for so many different reasons, because you helped me through this moment after she passed. And I definitely appreciate it. And so I want to donate $500 to help you with this mission.
I want to thank you so much. And your mom is beautiful. And yes, why don't we talk about a collaboration in her honor? I would love that.
That'd be awesome.
And as in the question, if anybody has any more feedback or remarks or any introductions there, I'm welcome to everything. But thank you, everyone, for taking time out to listen to me today. And this mission that I'm on feeds my soul, and it connects with who I am. So thank you, everyone.
So it's very difficult to be the MC right now. So Donnell and Monifa, you're beautiful people. And the comments that were made by people in this room today are historic. And may you all be blessed by whomever you believe in, because we're all fighting cancer and we've all been touched by it somewhere. And to see, may you earn big profits, woman, because you're delivering an amazing service to people who suffer. And thank you. And Donnell, every day you prove what a man you are. And thank you for your comments. So no one's asking the big question of what we can do for you. We'll do anything we can, I'm sure. And you know where to find us. So back to the more mundane matters, if I may, and I apologize because it's really hard to just go back to our next week, but it's important. So next week, Cope Notes is our presenter, and Cope Notes is a wellness tool. I believe it's online. It may even be texting. It's kind of a cutting edge opportunity. We're also lucky enough to have Innovair, one of our past presenters, come back. They presented several months ago, and are going to give us a brief update on the progress they've made since their presentation. And we always invite our presenters to come back, 90 days or so later. Monifa, that's a invitation to you as well, but you're a member of our group, so we can lasso you in, no problem. But that way, We're staying in touch with our presenters, and we want our presenters to become community members. So please come next week and listen to Coke Notes and Innovare. Next slide, please. So I mentioned earlier that January 26th, which is the week after the 19th, and Cato will present, is our last scheduled presenter. Podfest Expo, listed on February 2nd, is a returning presenter. So the stark reality is we need you to present or introduce us to potential presenters. We have a few folks who have expressed interest, but for various reasons haven't been able to present yet and may in the future. They're in the application and review section. And with that, next page, please. If you're interested in becoming an organizer, we would love to have volunteers. It really is a small commitment. I probably spend at most 90 minutes a week, and I'm the scheduler. So I have like manual administrative tasks. There's a Monday morning meeting. It lasts 30 minutes unless we're BSing, so they last 40 minutes because we always fool around a little bit. But we need organizers. And if you'd like to be a leader in what is an amazing community, because it brings together people like Monifa and others who are in the room today, we welcome it. Please join us as an organizer, and feel free to call whomever you feel closest to as an organizer to express your interest. We'll welcome it. Next slide, please. So here are upcoming events, and I'm just going to let everyone read it today. Generally, Jennifer Rose is here, and she'll go over stuff that Central Fairfax is doing. They're a great partner, as is the Fairfax Economic Development Agency, and will often post their events because they're great community partners of ours. So I'll just give you a minute to please feel free to read this.